Story time, guys. So, exactly 1 year ago, my first daughter, Charis, contracted lice. I wouldn't know how and when, but I realized that she was itching way more than she used to. But I didn't put my mind to it. I've never imagined that me or anybody related to me would have lice. Because for goodness sake, I'm a hairstylist and I do all the things that should be done to protect these children from getting lice. Children will always be children. They play with themselves, they put their heads together, they touch their hair, and particularly this my first daughter, loves her hair to be touched. She contracted lice from her classmates. We've treated a lot of lice at the shop. We've treated over 30 persons, mostly successfully. So I couldn't even imagine that my daughter could get it. Because as at then, they were using Boss Chick shampoo, which we don't produce any longer because of the stress in it. Boss Chick shampoo had some ingredients. I made it myself. Had some ingredients that could keep lice away, that could even eradicate lice. But that was when we started making it. So I feel she may have contracted that lice earlier than the December. But it was December that I realized that this girl was itching a lot. That was how one day she just came back from school early January of this year, and she told me, "Mom, my classmates said I have lice." You would not imagine the horror. Oh my God, the horror. Like I was like, how can a hairstylist daughter have lice? No way, it cannot happen. A hairstylist extraordinaire like me, no. You know how all those pesky humans have very sharp visions? How could she see those tiny things? Watch out for part 2. If you know Charis, my first daughter, she's 8 and her hair is 14 inches long. Natural hair. Long natural hair. Oh God. Just imagine I didn't know what to do. Just imagine that the only option I had was to cut that hair. God, I'm attached to that hair, for goodness sake. She's been carrying that hair from birth. Her hair is so beautiful. And she got lice infestation. What the? Oh, but luckily for me, majority of my clients have been coming back to make their hair and there are no traces of lice. So I just said no, hala. Back then I was also making this purple oil that had onion and some other ingredients that was part of what I used to treat the lice. Like, it's a long process of doing that. I did it and it was successful. 2 cycles, because obviously whenever you are treating lice, you have to do follow-up, because the eggs that are already there, especially the ones that had stayed long, would hatch after some time. And if you don't do a follow-up on it, those eggs will hatch and the cycle continues. Meanwhile, for more than 3 years that we came in contact with the first client lice at the shop, we have not contracted lice. We are so careful. We don't put combs in our hair. We wash our towel with hot water, no matter who you are. Because you can see someone that has lice and you don't even know the person has lice. The person will just not tell you anything. Up to more than half of our clients will pretend they didn't have lice. They'll just say their hair is itchy. Even those that have seen it, they will just be living in self-doubt. Where is this story headed? It's the fact that lice is treatable, but you should also try to do all you can. My new student said her baby, when he was 2 months old, contracted lice just because she lay him on a cushion of a hairstylist. You know, all those furry cushions. He picked it from there and she picked it from him. The point I'm trying to make is that lice is treatable. Just go to the right place. You want to cut your hair, you can do that. That's another option. But if you have a child like me, because these children, they will drag you outside. You think you have all your sheets together? My sister, they will go outside and bring it in. They will bring that bug in. Oh my God, how did I even find out? See goose pimple. Can you see that? Goosebumps on my body. When she told me that, and I happened to, my help washed her hair and I was to detangle and make her hair. I said, Boss Chick shampoo had some things that killed lice. I just saw something fall on my lap and we were sitting by my bed like a dry, crusty insect. And I just told myself that this did not come from my daughter's hair. No, this did not come from my daughter's hair. I now started making the hair. Then something fell on my skin like a speck of dust. Couldn't see it well. It now became suspicious because she had already put my mind to it. And since we started treating lice, we've been seeing lice that is black. The other 4-year-old girl, we saw varieties of colors. We saw brown, we saw white, we saw black, different sizes of black. Big, medium, small, tiny, like those sugar ants. Those were the sizes of lice that we saw. Those pesky insects are terrible. My sister, immediately I saw the dust. The video is still in my phone. I can't trace it right now because it's been a year and I've had tons of videos and pictures. Maybe when Google Photos reminds me, I'll share. But till then, I carried my phone. Luckily for me, the zooming power of my phone is wonderful. This phone that I'm videoing with. And just made a video zoomed. I saw the legs like this, like this, like this. Oh my God, I saw the legs. Thank Jesus, that was it. That's the lice. And I started patting her hair one by one. And I saw these things. To God, if you did not know about lice, you wouldn't even know. This thing was brown, like my daughter's skin color. I'm darker than her, by the way. And it was so tiny. I told you, what fell off looked like a speck of dust. Like it just fell on my leg. Like she was sitting by my bed, like this bed right now. It was actually this bed sheet that day. She sat by my bed. And you know how mothers make their daughters hair. Yeah, the tangled, so the hair was very succulent. I just opened her hair. You know what I was saying? Something like as if the hair is kinked. Just the way you're seeing this thing now, you just feel as it's natural hair now. You just feel, okay, this hair is like this. You won't even see anything. Do you know that if not that I had videoed the one that fell on my lap and had seen the legs moving, I won't even believe that it was lice. It was very tiny. I zoomed it with my phone before I could see the legs. It was like dust because it was brown like her skin. I started carefully looking. I now saw how it lay very flat and quiet at the root of her hair. That when you look at it, if you don't look well, you would think it's her hair that kinked. That just did like this. You know, immediately I saw it, carried my phone and zoomed. And God, I don't have lice. There's no way I could count it. And as at then, I didn't have anything that looked like lice comb. So there's no way I could comb it out. But the thing is, I just paused with making her hair and I started the treatment immediately. That was when I now called the sisters. I have 3 girls, by the way. And asked them if they were itching. Yes, they said yes. Obviously, they sleep on the same bed, they play together and everything. I treated the 3 of them at the same time, disinfected their bed, and did all whatnot that follows lice treatment. And they were free. Say no to lice. There is hope for you. That your very long hair, you don't have to cut it if you contract lice. All you need to do is to reach out to me and I'll let you know how to. Just for a token. It's treatable. If you are attached to your hair or your baby's hair, just like I was my baby's hair, for goodness sake, she was born with this hair. In fact, she's in primary 4 right now. The choice of secondary school she's going to make, they must be making their hair. I'm teaching her how to take care of it so that she won't go there and somebody will mess it up. Like I will not go to a school where they cut their hair. That is how attached I am to that hair. So you cannot tell me that from birth this girl is carrying her virgin hair. She's even going on 9 and she will contract lice. And me, I'll go and cut it. Some of you I know are attached to your children's hair like that. So if you are and they contract lice, you contracted lice and you have a long hair, or you don't just want to cut down your hair, because that's an option. You can reach out to me and I'll tell you what to do. The thing is, even after cutting your hair and you start grooming, there is no guarantee that you will not contract lice again. It's not even the one you had. You can just go out or maybe like innocently enter a salon that they are careless and they'll wash your hair and use the towel they've used for a lice client on you. You will contract another lice. Will you keep cutting down your hair, or you want to cut your hair like and be like a man, like you will be carrying low cuts the rest of your life just because you don't want lice to ever get close to you? If you're someone that loves hair, you love making your hair, you like growing your hair, and you contract lice, you cut your hair. When it grows again and you do the same thing that you did when you contracted it, because this lice is not going anywhere, it's in circulation. So you better learn how to treat it. You better come to me so that you won't have to be cutting your hair each time you contract it. I hope you enjoyed this story time. I have a client. She comes all the way from an hour drive from here to make her hair. When she started coming, her hair was very low, less than 1 inch. I suffered. We started grooming her hair. First of all, she's an adult. Why would she have such a low hair? She cut her hair skin cut, as smooth as this my face. She cut her hair because she contracted lice from her roommate. She lay on the same bed with her roommate that had lice. Those creepy little things crawled into her hair and she cut it. Skin cut. She even showed me her picture. So we started grooming that hair, grooming that hair, grooming that hair. 1 year later, she had her cousins visit. These girls were itching. And because she had already heard me talk a lot about lice, she started asking them, are you sure you people don't have lice? They said no. The thing is that some people may have it and they genuinely don't know. So these people said they didn't know. And they were using the same bed. And those creepy little insects crawled into her own hair. For goodness sake, it's just less than 2 years that she just cut her hair for the same thing. Tell me, is she going to keep cutting her hair because of those things? She came running to me. I told her what it would cost her and I sorted it out. Right now, it's history. The thing is, I treat you, I tell you to follow up, and voila, you are covered. Will you keep cutting your hair every time? Learn how to treat it, my sister. And keep to the T every single instruction I give you. It's not stressful. It doesn't take time. You'll be sorted. Cheers. I hope you love my hair. I just made it yesterday. It's 11 days to Christmas. What? Did I say it's 11 days Christmas? No way. It's 17th December.